Hello everyone, today I will be cutting my house anti-glare prescription lenses for Abraham and his Christian eyewear frames. But first, a word from our sponsor. This is ChristianEyewear.com, where believing is seeing. You buy any frame that I offer and you'll receive one free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses or non-prescription lenses. Now Abraham is getting the Philippians 4:13 and black with the silver crosses in the 58 eye size, and these all come with a polarized magnetic clip-on. All the frames that I offer come with the magnetic clip-on. Well, I take that back. All the Philippians 4:13 frames come with that. But let me pop out the original demo lenses to show you how strong these rare earth magnets are. It snaps right onto the case there. So now Abraham lives in Riverside, California, but he's the youth minister at the St. Thomas More Church in Irvine, California. That's right, he ministers to the Utes, just in case one of those Utes is my cousin Vinny. But Abraham is not sacrificing. See what I did there? You see what I did? He is not sacrificing style or fashion or prescription when he puts his single vision anti-glare lenses into this frame. Now again, this is Christian eyewear, designed in the USA by me. Now when I say me, I do have a little band-aid on my finger. Now my thumbnail has grown out for that I smashed in a sliding door during the winter, where I let out a big screech. Not my most masculine moment. But whenever you smash your thumb in something, it's your inner child will come out. But now I have that little flap of skin that peels back when you put your hand inside your pocket. I don't know if it's called hangnail or not, but let me paraphrase it another way. Wah, wah, wah. There, am I reaching the right people? So, hey, I never claimed that I walked on water, all right? I had someone else do it for me. Jesus died for a reason, and we are the reason. So, let me begin by popping out the original demo lenses. Now, Abraham used to be Secret Agent 428. Now he is, that was in my youth, in my early part of my career, way back. And so now he is Secret Agent 3701. So that years from now, should he ever need new lenses for this frame, I can send them right to his home or to St. Thomas More Church after I enter this barcode. That way it'll be saved into my database, so years from now, should you ever need new lenses, I can mail them right to them. So I'm going to put the frame into the tracing element of my blocker and hit the start button. A little stylus is going to pop up, go around, trace the inside bevel of the right side of the frame before doing the same thing on the left. Here at ChristianEyewear.com, again, where believing is seeing. You buy any frame that I offer and you'll receive one free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses. My receipts have my federal ID tax number, so if you have vision insurance or unused health savings account flex dollars, you will get reimbursed for this purchase. Now my website takes MasterCard, Visa, Discover, American Express, but it now takes HSA, health savings account, and flex dollars. Now, I do not accept any vision insurance plans, but I can provide to you upon request an itemized receipt that you can file for your out-of-network reimbursement that your insurance company will more than likely mail to your home in the form of a check. And if you have mobile banking, just take a picture of it and deposit it right into your account from your couch. Now, it also takes Google Pay and Apple Pay, making it easier than ever to purchase from me. So this is the shape that I'll be cutting. I'm going to move on to the next screen. I need to enter his pupillary distance, which is 67. Divided by 2 is 12. No, wait. Divided by 2 is 33.5. I mathed wrong. I have failed math so many times I can't even count. Hello? Is this on? Is this on? Is anyone paying attention? Okay, so the computer starts at 32.5. I'm going to tap the plus button twice. It goes up in 0.5 millimeter increments, and I want to raise the optical center up to, we're going to go to 23. So let me write that down. I went 2.5 above center. We're going to cut it 23 millimeters high. My pen's coming apart. I'm getting low on ink too, although they want you to think that, so you throw it away and use a new one. But When you pull it out, you can still see a little bit of blue ink in there. By the way, am I supposed to be having a day job? Do I need to keep cutting lenses today and tune in to see me wrestle with this? Hang on, it's not going well. It is not going well. Come back here. You get back in there. How does this work? I don't even know. All right, I've really broken. Okay, there we go. All right, back in business. So, his prescription reads for the right eye, minus 150, minus 250 at 8. At ocho, minus 150, minus 250 at ocho. I'm going to turn the axis wheel to ocho, which is between siete and 9. No, I have no idea. I have no idea. Actually, I put it on the 7, and he's going 8. Okay, so let me just put this on 0 to make sure that it is there. Now, I'm going to put the power drum on minus 150, take the lens out of the protective packet. The purple packet, the majestic purple, the color of royalty, king of the Jews. And rotate the lens until the spherical component comes into view first. Check the astigmatism correction, which I'll explain to you a little bit later. But I'll give you a hint whether you will ever have astigmatism in your life. Is it dark when you close your eyes? Then you may have astigmatism. Are you hungry right before you eat? You may have astigmatism. Are you sleepy when you wake up? Oh, then I'm sure you're going to have astigmatism at some point in your life. I've never been wrong. Except all the other times I'm not going to tell you about. Okay, so I'm going to put an aura on this lens. And let's do the same thing now for the lens that ain't aura. Minus 1 1/4, minus 275 at 173. We're going to turn the axis wheel to 173. Take the lens out of the protective packet, put the power drum on minus 1 1/4. Take the lens out of the packet, rotate until the spherical component comes into view first, which is the minus 1 1/4. Check the astigmatism correction, which is an additional 275, which is slightly higher than average amount of astigmatism, of which I like to call it crazy stigs. Yo, Abraham, why you got crazy stigs? Why you be squinting so much? I can joke around with Abraham. He's a good guy. He's referred friends to me over the years. And too bad they don't speak to him anymore after how I treated them. But, alright, I'm going to put an L on here, which is Latin for not right. And if you guys missed any of that, let me recap. Oh, it's a bad joke, but you'll be telling it tomorrow. So, this is a block. I need to attach this to your lens while it is cutting. So I need 2 double-sided adhesive stickers, of which I've got them here. The black side is the sticky side. Stick this one onto the first block. Do the same thing now for the second one. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. Now on the back is a silver button that is a magnet. What's this one doing in there? That's a magnet that's going to do its job twice. It's going to attach itself to another magnet there in the chuck. What is that one doing there? And get everything laid out. Now the blue cross is the geometric center of your frame. If you were to measure vertically and horizontally, that's where the center is going to be. Your eye is just above that and inset. So I'm going to get those dots laid out. The reason why the 3 dots are on there, it tells me that it's oriented and they're just perfectly, especially for your astigmatism. Astigmatism. Hit that button. The arm's going to come down, place the block onto the right lens. We're going to do the same thing now for the left lens. Pull the sticker away to make pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. Line up the magnet. Grab the not right lens, which I can identify with because I ain't right either. Same pupillary distance, same optical center height, same bat channel, same way I'm going to lay out the lens where that is there. I just want to make sure the lens is large enough, and it is because this is one of the larger frames that I cut. Hit that sticker, or hit the button, and the sticker comes down from the arm and is placed on the left lens. Now, this is the tracer, this is the blocker, this is what is known as the edger. It costs $40,000. It weighs 200 pounds. I recommend everyone go and put it in your church. Then you could, on a church pew, then you can cut your own lenses there at the church. You won't need this guy with the 2 thumbs and the bad jokes to do it for you. The actual cutting wheel is this diamond crusted wheel on the left that's going to grind away your lens material. from this size to this size. This wheel in the center is going to put the V-shaped bevel onto the lens so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. Now I'm going to wake up the computer. Job ID number 3701. 3701, or as I like to say, installment 3701 of my 330 million volume series of making a pair of glasses for everyone in America. So spoiler alert, stay tuned for episode number 330 million because something wacky is going to happen. Actually, I'm going to need to sit down and have a snack and then take a really long nap. That's what's going to happen after 330 million pairs of glasses. Now, these are polycarbonate lenses. If they were plastic, high-index plastic or Trivex, I would select that, or this new space age to be determined material. But we'll stick with polycarbonate because it is my lens material of choice, and I'll explain why in just a little bit. I'm not going to polish the edge of the lens because it's not going to be seen. I'm not going to put a safety bevel on the front convex surface of the lens, but I am going to place one on the rear concave surface of the lens. So, press the sticker on there firmly. The magnet's going to do its job a second time. It's now going to attach itself to another magnet there in the chuck, or as I like to call it, the Charles, because I just don't know this machine well enough to call it Chuck. Did I mention free bad jokes with every pair of glasses made? Alright, so I'm going to hit the start button. The clean door that Secret Agent 2840, 2846, 2840, 28... Yeah, okay. He always complains my door's not clean, but I washed it just for him. So it's going around tracing the shape of the lens to make sure it's large enough. Then second time around, it's measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know exactly and precisely where to place the bevel. So you have the least amount of edge thickness showing, of which you will have none, if any. And I really do mean none. And I follow that up with if any. With your prescription in this frame. Now, the light you see flickering in the background is water. That's there to catch the optical sawdust. Polycarbonate lenses cut dry, meaning that no water sprays onto the lens while they are cutting, unlike plastic, high-index plastic, and Trivex that do all cut wet, meaning that water sprays on them for the duration of the cutting cycle. Now, water will spray on Abraham's lenses, but only to wash away the optical debris that you see beginning to form now. But your lenses are made out of polycarbonate, which is 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. They are virtually unbreakable. These are high-impact, ballistics grade lens material. The same lens material that our soldiers wear overseas in combat zones to protect their eyes from shrapnel, from flying debris. It has 100% UVA and UVB protection built into the lenses. We know what the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can do to your skin, where your eyes are 8 times more sensitive than your skin, so you have permanent sunscreen, unlike the lotions, creams, and sprays that have to be reapplied every couple hours when you're in direct exposure to the sun. This is permanent and never needs to be reapplied. Now, Abraham got the My House anti-glare coating. Now, the frame and lenses sell for $149 complete for single vision. I can do the line style bifocal. When I say line style, the kind that our grandparents wore that has that little line in there, for $199, and the invisible bifocal that I wear for $249. The House anti-glare adds 44 that I can add to single vision lenses for a total of $193 tax-free. But the anti-glare is 3 features in one. The first feature is it reduces glare when driving at night, particularly driving at night in the rain, but from street lights, stoplights, computer screens, overhead, fluorescent lights, and such. The second feature, why a lot of millennials, well, it makes for better eye contact. So when someone's looking at you, they're not looking at their reflection in your glasses. So as I said, it makes for much better eye contact. And a lot of reasons millennials get it. If you take a selfie, you're less likely to see the phone in the lens, or if someone takes a picture with a flash, you're less likely to see that. And since he counsels people as the Ute minister, it's good that everyone can see his eyes and hear his voice. So it's getting the safety bevel, now it's getting the V-shaped bevel so it fits inside the frame. Water has begun spraying, which tells me it's in the last 20 seconds of the cutting cycle. In just a moment, a lever is going to come from the foreground. Cue the lever. Now at the end of that lever is a spinning disc. It's going to put a smooth surface. Now the back of the lens, the front of the lens will not be sharp, nor will the back, but the reason why I put a safety bevel on the back of the lens, I will show you in just a moment. Now in just a moment, I will open this door with my mind. You like that? I can do other things with my mind. I can melt ice with my mind. I just have to stare at it for a couple hours, but then I can get it to melt. Scientists have studied me for years, and nobody knows why I can melt ice faster in the summertime than I can in the winter. If you think you know why, write it down on a $100 bill and mail it to me, and I will read your answer on the air. And if you are right, I will give you credit. You don't even have to include your name. I'll recognize your handwriting and give you credit for the joke. Or the credit for the answer. I'm just joking. So, the reason why I put a safety bevel, again, the front is not rough, but the reason why I put a safety bevel on the back of the lens, that when I go to push this lens into the frame, if it were to not to go in, which it will, but if it were not, I don't want any semi-rough edges to come in contact with the frame. As you see, I tuck it in at the outside corners, and this is what you'll do years from now should you ever need new lenses. I have the side I'm working on closest to me. I'm going to tuck it in at the outside corner first, and with my thumbs at the nose, I press down and it snaps in. But if this were too large, I don't want to scratch or mar the finish of the frame. You want a perfectionist like me who cuts every pair of lenses that gets shipped worldwide. I'm going to flip this over to L, place the magnet into the Chuck, the Charles, the Chucky baby, or today I'm calling the Abraham 428. Wouldn't it be cool if there was a Bible verse called Abraham 428? I'm gonna have to look it up and see what's Matthew 428. I was just reading Matthew last night, so that's why I need to go back and see what's written there. So, hit the green button, the door closes, the clamp shuts, the lens is going to be traced by 2 white styluses. Hang on 1 second. It's my website developer. Hello, thank you for calling Christian Eyewear Prayer Hotline. Which prayer would you like me to read on the air for you tonight? Which one? Philippians? Is that what you said? Philippians 4:13? What a coincidence. I happen to be cutting lenses for Abraham and his 4:13 eyewear. Now, the black with the silver and the 58 eye size. He's had to wait for these 58 eye size. Now, as I mentioned earlier, Abraham is not sacrificing anything. Get it? Get it? See what I did there? No. I decided to sneak that joke in again. But anyway, Jigsaw is my website developer. He's just making sure that everything is running smoothly, but I'm in the middle of making glasses for Abraham. Can I give you a call right back when I'm done with the video? Okay, will do. It's hard to hear you on my watch, but I'll give you a call back. Thank you. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is known as final inspection. I'm going to come back here, turn the axis wheel to 8, to Ocho. So I'm inspecting that the lenses are made exactly how the doctor wrote the prescription. I'm going to take this block off. It is no longer needed. Pull the sticker away. Use my hand-approved drying method. Throw that in there. Add to my sticker collection. Come down here. I'm going to place it in over that black dot. And I'm getting minus 150, exactly halfway between 1 and 2. That's where you're going to find 1.5. And the red minuses, not the black positive numbers, which are for far-sighted people. Abraham is nearsighted. He is a myope, meaning that he can see up close great, but as things move away, it gets harder to see. So the unit of measurement we use is called the diopter, spelled D-I-O-P-T-E-R. It starts at 0 and goes up in quarter increments, 0.25, 0.50, 0.75, 1, 1 1/4, 150. So Abraham needs 6 steps of far-sighted correction to see clearly. With his glasses off, everything is much too large. That's why there's a minus sign. It will minify an image down to the correct size. Now, once it's the correct size, he has 2.5 diopters of astigmatism correction. That's his crazy stigs. So he has 1.5 diopters this way. 90 degrees away, he has a steeper curve, an additional 250. That's how we line those two curves up to make everything nice and crisp. So we're going to check the second curvature, and we end up at -4 in the reds. How did we get there? Remember high school math? You add two like signs together. Don't worry, I've forgotten high school math too. Let's use today's terms. Abraham loaned somebody $1.50, and then he loaned him another $2.50. They would owe him $4. That's where we're at, 4 in the red. Now the left eye is 1 1/4, but 275, so we're still going to end up at 4. Now these first two numbers are real values to be concerned with. The top number is the right eye, the bottom line is the left. The first two numbers are real values. This last number just tells us to fine tune. So uncorrected astigmatism makes 6s and 8s look alike, or the letters P and F. This is just a fine tune knob. It tells us where to fine tune it to. A straight line is 0 to 90 to 180. 270 for those of you keeping score at home in Australia, below the equator. So we're going to turn that fine tune knob to 8 for the right eye. For the left eye, we're going to turn it to 173. Now you would think, this is called with the rule astigmatism. You would think 8 and 173. Quick, Abraham, open the door. Good job. Good job, Abraham. First day on the job and you nailed it. Hey, by the way, my boss told me to attach 2 pieces of wood together. I totally nailed it. Oh, this is good. Hello, is this on? Is this on? So you have 8 for the right eye, 173 for the left. You would think that'd be very different, but no. You are 8 degrees away from the 180 meridian for the right eye. You are 7 degrees away from the 180 meridian. A straight line is 0 to 180. You are 7 degrees away from the 180 for your left eye. So 7 and 8, really, you're only 1 degree of separation from yours and Kevin Bacon's prescription. So, I lost your frame. There it is. All right, let's see if the left lens fits. Open up the Chuck. Thank you, Chucky. Thank you, St. Thomas More. And who's the patron saint of silly jokes? No, he's not. He's not. All right, so you have a little bit of optical sawdust on the edge of your lens, so I'm going to carefully remove it all with my thumbnail. And once I'm satisfied that all of it is completely off of your lens, I collect it neatly into one pile on the counter, and then I wipe it on the floor. Why would you do such a thing? Oh, because I'm silly. Silly, just silly, I tell you. So we have the side I'm working on closest to me. I'm not trying to reach across, but I'm going to tuck it in at the outside corners. I always tell them, thumb your nose. The idea of changing your lenses is always with the thumb at the nose. Tuck it in at the outside corner using your thumbs, push down at the nose. That is that. Now to take the lenses back out, I turn the frame upside down where the temple tips are pointing upward with your thumb at the nose, and I grab the lens by the other side so I don't drop it. Push down with my other thumb and with my index finger ever so slightly torque the frame, and you're not going to hurt the frame. You're not going to break your unbreakable lenses. But push down and it pops out. You're always going to push down with your thumbs. To put it back in, rotate the frame upwards, tuck it in at the outside corner with your thumb at the nose, press down. Pull the sticker away. Dry that off in honor of March Madness. I'm going to take a step back and shoot a 3. Oh, I think that's offensive goaltending. I put it in the wrong basket. That's 2 points against me. I put it in the ones that already had the sticker on there. You go over there. This is the starting lineup. This is the bench. All right, so I'm going to add to my sticker collection. Do you guys think I have some hoarding issues? I just didn't want to take this to the landfill with me, so I'm going to be buried with this in my coffin. In fact, in order to sneak out of my grave at night, I'm going to have this coffin. This will be in my coffin, and people will think it's me, and that's when I'll sneak out. Nope, sorry, only one person has done that. And that's why I want to learn Spanish, so I can read the Bible in the original language, since the main character's name is Jesus. Okay. All right, I know I'm silly. I know I am silly. I love what I do. That's why I joke around. I take my work very seriously, just not myself. Turn the axis wheel to 173. Put it over the dot. Read the power. And I'm getting minus 1 1/4, 1 tick mark away from 1 going towards 2. Check the 2.75 diopters of astigmatism, and we end up at minus 4 again. Man, the kid is good. So the last 2 of the 3 things I need to do in final inspection: measure your pupillary distance and the optical center height, 67 and 23. When I place, I'm going to turn the card around so you guys can see the 2 black dots. I'm going to place the PD stick against my thumb on the right lens, and when we hold it up to the left lens, we're getting 67 millimeters. So that is cut perfectly. Now the 23, not to the bottom of the lens, but to the middle of the deepest part of the frame, because again, your lens goes halfway into the frame. Line that up, we're getting 23 millimeters. 23 millimeters, that is perfectly. Hang on, let me see. There was someone who was doing some work for me. He was giving me a call, so I'll call him back afterwards. So the last part of final inspection is I need to get your frame in standard alignment, which I'll explain in a moment. But as I clean your lenses, I want to mention to everyone that there is free shipping anywhere in the US, in Riverside, California, which actually is where my aunt lives. I'm related to very few people on the planet, but one of them, actually 2 of the 3 people I'm related to, are in Riverside, California. The third one is in Chita, Siberia. I have an aunt who has a daughter and a son in Riverside. My mom has 1 sister. Believe it or not, I come from a long line of people who don't reproduce, and I'm doing my part. I'm not reproducing, but there'll be 1 person in a generation that will have like 4 or 5 kids. Now, my mom and my aunt, my mom had 3 kids, and my brother and sister had kids. I just didn't, but she had 2, a daughter who didn't have any kids and a son who graduated from college. She treated him to a trip to Europe when he graduated from USC, the University of Southern California, or the University of South Carolina, one of the 2. I think it was Southern California, something about Trojans. But he went over to Europe. While he was traveling in Europe, he made his way to St. Petersburg. No, he didn't, but for the sake of the purpose, he met a girl from Siberia, fell in love, and moved to Siberia. I told my wife, honey, I love you, but I don't move to Siberia kind of love you. But he grew up in Riverside. I asked him, how many days of the year can you wear shorts in Siberia? He said, you can wear them every day. You'll be miserable, but you can wear them. But that is love, to leave Southern California and live in Siberia, and he's been there ever since. He has 3 jobs. All of them involve teaching English. He has a radio show that he teaches English. He has a television show where he teaches English, and then he tutors kids to learn English. So that's what he does over there. But he adopted 1 kid, and he had his own kid over there. So he's doing his point to have kids. But anyway, where is I at? Riverside, California. Free shipping anywhere in the U.S. Now, I'm going to get these in standard alignment, also known as a 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. I set them down and press down. There is no wobble. Now, when I say wobble, when I take mine off and press down, they wobble on the counter, but they sit level on me. How interesting. I'm wearing the Philippians 4:13 in black and silver, but I've got the 52 eye size. Abraham has the 58. There's a 55 in the middle, and those of you who want to see more of this frame, I'll put a link in the description below. You can click on it or go to christianeyewear.com, click on Philippians. You'll see all 3 colors and all 3 sizes and all 4 colors that this frame comes in. But let me put, the reason why mine wobble is because I have one ear that's higher than the other, but 80% of people do. So because of that statistic, 99% of all optical shops will do free adjustments. So just stop by your local place and just tell them if it's too loose or too tight or high on one side. They will adjust it for you. It only takes about 30 to 45 seconds to adjust a pair of glasses perfectly. But I'm going to flip these over, press down to make sure there is no wobble, close each temple to make sure they overlap perfectly, and they do. Now, I should back up and say I've been doing this for about 23 years now. I went to opticianry college. After about 21 years in my field, I woke up one day, I'm not a musician, but I realized I'm just a cover band. I'm putting lenses in other people's songs, from Ralph Lauren Polo, Harley Davidson, BMW, Ray-Ban, Oakley, Cazal, more Ray-Bans, Versace. And I decided I wanted to write my own songs. And what song was dear to my heart? Our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I can't believe that no one had never put the cross on the side of frames before. I researched it. No one had ChristianEyewear.com, which I couldn't believe. So I'm getting it trademarked now. I will have this brand. Every frame comes with a cross on the temple tip and on the temple, so that when you cross them or wear them, you can see that there. And I just like that. People say, why 4 crosses? Why not 2 on the temples? Because you can never have enough Jesus. I loves me some Jesus. So that's that. Again, if I were smarter, and no one's ever accused me of being smart, I would have had a tray with all 4 colors, but there is this is the black, and of course all 4 colors, you can get with either a silver or a gold cross in both locations. There's a tortoise, there's a wood color, because I figured if you're doing a crucifix frame, I wanted the frame to be wood, and that one's called dogwood, because allegedly Jesus was crucified on a dogwood frame, on a dogwood trunk, excuse me. And then there's a majestic purple. I just wanted something, that's not as dark, a little bit lighter, and since the Roman soldiers put a purple cloth, or what is it called, scarf around Jesus, he was going through the streets of Jerusalem, I decided to go with purple. In the coming years, I will have red, I will have a crystal color, I'll have blue. I'm going to try and do more and more colors, but for now I just have the 4 because I'm funding this project myself. With every frame, you're going to get one of my cleaning cloths. You're going to get instructions not only on how to care for your frame and lenses, but for the cleaning cloth that I provide, and instructions on how to clean the case and your clip, so it too will last you for years. No other seller on the internet is doing that. Now again, I can do, these are $149 complete before he paid the $44 for the house anti-glare, but I can do transitions. From Essilor, I can do the Zeiss Photo Fusion colors in gray, brown, green, or blue. I can do the Photo Fusion Extra Gray. I can do these as polarized sunglasses. I have someone who says, I love the idea of a clip, but he knows he's going to lose it. So he just wants these made as polarized sunglasses already. And while supplies last, you can get a second clip for $25. It's not on the website. You may have to email me after your purchase and say, hey, will you invoice me for another $25 for a second clip? Because this is how this started. I went for a Sunday drive with my wife, and I forgot my sunglasses, and I whined about it wah, 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 all afternoon. So I sat down and thought about it. I said, what if you had a frame with a clip on and then a second clip on? So now I leave one in my wife's car, and that way I've always got prescription sunglasses no matter what car I'm in. So again, for $25 to have a second clip, so I know that I have polarized prescription lenses wherever I go. Now I have transition lenses in mind with the Zeiss Photo Fusion. But the problem with the Photo Fusion, they don't work in the car. So think of the seatbelt as a clip. When you get in the car, put on your seatbelt, put on the clip. When you get out of the car, take off your seatbelt, take off the clip, and I just leave my clip in the case. Now, again, whenever I get out, my Zeiss Photo Fusion lenses will darken wherever I'm at. Now, Photo Fusion and transition is just a tinted lens. These are polarized. Polarized block 30 to 40% more glare than just a tinted lens. How can you tell if it's polarized? It will do certain effects. Is it doing it over the computer screen? I can't see it through my eyes, but on the GoPro, you guys might be able to see that. But anyway, if you have any questions, go to the contact me page of the website. You can email me directly at info@christianeyewear.com. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram as Christian Space Eyewear, or on Twitter as one word, Christian Eyewear. Do me a favor, like this video, give the thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. If you see the wooden cross with the wooden eye with the gold cross in the bottom, click on that to subscribe to my channel. Then click the bell icon so you'll get notified every time there's a new frame and lens combination. Also, if you like what you've seen here, please share this video on your social media channels so that other Christians may see what I'm doing here and help spread the gospel literally on your glasses. Part of the reason I do this, I love that. I'm at the grocery store, or someone sees the cross on my glasses, and it starts an instant dialogue, a discussion of what Jesus means to them and to me. A lot of times I've had one person who was just having a really bad day, and they saw the cross on the side of my glasses and just started talking to me, and I'm like, hey brother, I got time for you. Pour your heart out. It's all right. You know, God sent me to listen to you. If I can help do anything for you, I'm here for you. And since then, we've made friends. And whatever I can do for that person, I'm glad to do it. So hopefully you'll be able to engage in conversation the same way. But please share this video. Email me if you have any questions. You can leave a question or comment in the comment section below. In fact, this is Philippians 4:13, which is I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I also have the John 3:16 frame, but tell me what your favorite Bible passage is, because as I develop more and more frames, each one of them is going to have a Bible passage on the inside. So please tell me which one you like, and I'll be sure to do it for you. I'm probably going to do Jeremiah 29:11, if that's correct, for the next one, but I'm not sold on it, so I'll listen to what everyone has to say. But again, Abraham, thank you for your repeat business. He's been getting his lenses for me back, I think it's 2014. It's going on 7 years. He's referred his friends over the years. Sadly, I may be having to take a trip to Riverside. My aunt is not in the best of health, and I may have to come out there for a worst case scenario. But Abraham, if I do, I'm going to look you up, holler at you. Maybe we can hang out, and I can attend church services while I'm there. But thanks for your repeat business. Thank you for the purchase of the glasses. By the way, these are all tax-free. I'm in North Carolina. North Carolina considers eyeglasses a medical device, and there's no tax collected on medical devices, and of course free shipping. But again, thank you for your purchase. Thank you for spreading the gospel of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And now hopefully everyone else has got a chance to see how I bring God's loving back to glasses. Thank you.